Hey guys, it's Bizarre Individual here, and I thought I would go ahead and get my part 2 to my collection video out of the way. And it might actually just be over these two shelves, my Seinen and Shonen titles. And I might do the anime in part 3, which I didn't want to do, but I'm running out of space and it cuts out and won't let me upload, so hopefully this one won't take as long. But yeah, I already filmed this video once today and now I'm doing it over again, but yeah, so let's just get started. First up is my Saiyuki. This is the first part to Saiyuki, and it's season 1 and season 2. This is the second part to Saiyuki. I just saved the box from when it got stolen. I had the first part and had to rebuy it in this thin pack, but it's all the Reload, which is the second part, all the DVDs for Reload, and I'm glad I saved the box because it looks nice in there. I'm missing one DVD, but it's only like $20 to get online, so I'm going to order it soon. And next up is the Saiyuki Reload Gunlock, and I'm missing volume 5 of that, and it kind of sucks because that one's like $60 online. But if I find it in Japanese, I'm going to get it, and hopefully it's not burnt. But yeah, next up, let's go down. Next down is the Saiyuki movie, the Saiyuki OVAs, which is the start of it. It takes place before, and then volumes 1 through 9 of the old Tokyo, or the Tokyo Pop Saiyuki, and then 1 through 9 of the Tokyo Pop Saiyuki Reload, which it finishes in 10 volumes. And I know that there's a French one, and I think there's one in English that they did it in a different publication, but it's really either expensive online or I can't find it. So if I do find a good deal on it, I would definitely love to get it one day. But right now I'm just gonna say it's complete, so it won't drive me insane. But yeah, next going up here is my Dragon Ball Z. I put these up here just to save room, since they're bigger, and I like to display the pictures. But yeah, the DVD, it's all 9 seasons. The DVDs actually aren't in here. They're sitting next to my TV and DVD player in my bedroom. So they're more easy access because this box is so flimsy that I don't like to keep. It's annoying to take it out and put it back in. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend getting this box. It's actually cheaper to just get it, you know, just season by season. But anyways, but I do like the, you know, it's a good display piece. But anyways, so next up is Dragon Ball GT, and I haven't watched this. Let me know if it's, I do want to get Dragon Ball. Let me know if it's Dragon Ball, then Dragon Ball Z, then if it goes into this and then Super, or if this doesn't, like, if this is, Super comes after Dragon Ball Z, and then this is just something separate. But yeah, just let me know. I should probably know that, but I don't. Next up is the first 14 Dragon Ball Z movies, and I'm pretty content with just having 14. There's so many, but if I find the any others for cheap, I do want to grab them. Next up is Gantz, which I watched this when I was really little, and I should probably rewatch it because I definitely wasn't mature enough to watch it, but I did enjoy it. And yeah, just letting you know, don't get attached to any characters because everyone, all the characters that you like will die. So yeah. Anyways, and then I got Gantz volumes 1 through 9 there, and going down volumes 10 through 20, and I got those for $5 each, and I just went ahead and picked them up, and only keep reading the first volume, but I will get around to reading it. And they have omnibuses coming out, so I'm thinking of just waiting and getting 21 and on in omnibus form that they're reprinting, because I heard 21 is really expensive. So hopefully the omnibuses are the same size as these, but if not, oh well. And next up is, sorry, I got a text. Next up is my Death Note, and I love Death Note, and yeah, I went on the not wanting to watch this because of the hype, and I finally watched it at the beach, and I absolutely loved it, and it definitely was good, definitely as good or not better than what everyone hypes it up to be. And then I got volumes 1 and through here, plus a random other sort of manga for only $20 in a local seller. thought that was pretty neat, and I couldn't pass it up. And then I got the two light novels, Another Note and then L. And then next up is Platinum End, and what's really neat about this is that Teebry, a big YouTuber, actually linked these two in the same universe. This comes after this, and he gave his theories on how they're actually, it's just a continuation, so I will link his channel below, but if you're watching my channel, then you definitely already know about him. But anyways, so next up is Strain, and the same artist did Strain and Mai the Psychic Girl, and yeah, I actually read this for a challenge, and I absolutely loved it. It's definitely graphic and sexualized, and it's in the old pulp by Viz, which I really enjoy the way that those look. And I forgot to say this in my last collection video, but I put this used to be in my shoujo, on my shoujo shelf, and it's like old shoujo from the 80s, and I really liked it over there, but then it's by the same artist, so that one, so that's why it's over here. And I have another one that I didn't mention when I went over it. It's Mars and Eternal Sabbath ES, and they're both by the same creator, and one shoujo, one seinen, so it's just kind of neat to see the same artist or the same author like write both, even though these have a different author, but anyways, do both, like a completely different type. Like one does shoujo, one does seinen. But anyways, so yeah, maybe one day I'll put these on a shelf with the other ones just to kind of, you know, put them in their own category. But yeah, I also have the same artist as these two. I'll just, instead of pulling that out and showing you, it's called Sanctuary, and it is absolutely beautiful. And I have some single issues of this. I do want to eventually get the manga for, or the volumes for it, but they're definitely expensive and out of print. Okay, moving right down. Ten Concrete right here, and I haven't read it yet, which I don't know why, maybe because it's so long, but I absolutely love the film. And then next up is Inuyasha. I have the movie too. I just got it for really cheap and found it recently. And it's kind of funny, the only thing I've ever watched of Inuyasha was the second movie. So it's just funny that the only thing that I found was, you know, the movie. And then I have these omnibuses, and definitely want to get more of these. I love the Vizbigs, but by the same artist, and as everyone knows, she does Ranma 1/2. But this is one of her earlier series. I think it's like Mermaid, the Mermaid Saga. And there's Forest, Gaze, and Scars. I don't know which order those go into, but yeah, happy to have those. And yeah, I heard they were really dark. Next up, Vinland Saga 1 through 9, and 10's coming out. And yeah, a lot of people, when this was coming out, were complaining about pricing on volumes. It's $20 retail, and I think that that's a great deal, because just think about it. It's 2 volumes in one, and you can't even get manga for $10. So first is that, and then also you get kind of like the hardcover. These look awesome for free. So $20 for these is definitely a steal. And I actually didn't pay more than $15 for one volume. The first 3 I got buy one get one free, and then the next I got in lots. So bundle deals. So yeah, I paid you know, it equals out to about $15 or $10 a volume, or about, I want to say about 13. But yeah, so next up by the same creator is Planetesque, and I absolutely love Planetesque. Read it recently, and it is amazing. It's like this space drama going on, and it's about these, they're not even astronauts, it's about these people that go up in space to clean the pollution and stuff for planet Earth. But yeah, next up Solion, Solion or whatever, and then next is Goodnight Poon Poon, which I need to get into. I know I'm going to love it. I got the second volume for really cheap. I know I just was complaining about, don't worry about the price, but these are like $25 each, so I just need to buy the first one and read the first 2 and see if I like it. Next up is A Girl on the Shore. I know a lot of people have issues with this, since it's so sexualized, and it's young people. I think it's like they're 13 and 14, or even maybe even younger than that. But they pretty much are trying to fit in, and they experiment like sexual like acts with each other. But it really hit home, and not to go into detail, but it's kind of um, like pretty much when I was younger, I was doing a lot of things that weren't like necessarily like innocent, but I didn't know any better, if that makes sense. So I just thought that's something that you were supposed to do. So yeah. Anyways, so yeah, it definitely hit home with me, and I completely related to it. But and if you don't like it, then I completely understand. Okay, next up is Yu-Gi-Oh. This is definitely my favorite, not kids cartoon, but favorite around the time when you're growing up, like 90s. You have like your Pokemon, your Dragon Ball Z, and some others, but this was definitely my favorite. A lot of those types of shows I watched a lot later on, and then this one I actually, as soon as it came out, I was addicted and I loved it. I watched every episode. I have the first movie, and the first 12 volumes, but I do want to get a lot more. This was in stock in the bookstore, and now it's out of stock. So I'll have to order online, but I just keep forgetting about it, unfortunately. And I do want to get the anime. Absolutely love the anime. Okay, next moving along is World War Blue, Volume 1 through 7. 7 Seas, I believe, canceled it. I do have the anime to it. Just got it for cheap, and since I already had the manga, I just got it. But anyways, I do want to read that. I haven't read it yet, but I do really like the art style, and the story sounds interesting. I think, like, I mean, I can understand if it's not selling, but I think it finished in like 13 volumes, so it was just about there. But anyways, next up, my Brave Master, and kind of miscellaneous volumes there. I have 1 through 12 and some other ones. I'm missing 8. So I think once I get volume 8, I'm going to read, 1 through 12. This is actually kind of a funny one. I always thought this one looked interesting, but the people that I hung out, weren't into it. They said thought it was like childish looking. So I never got it. So I just got the first volume, and then, it kind of went out print. Then I got these 3. And I kind of just read them all out of order, and I absolutely loved it. It gets a lot darker later on, and then I have all the anime that was made in the U.S. by the old, Tokyo Pop, and I really regret not getting this series. It is majorly out of print now. Some of the volumes are going for $60+, so I definitely am just going to get the cheap ones, and when I find the other, them like used and stuff, I'm definitely going to grab them. So yeah, anyways, next up is Get Backers. Season 1, Season 2, Get Backers, Volume 1 through 4, and Volumes 5 through 15. It does finish in 25 volumes. They are in English. I just, just grabbed up all the ones that I could, and if I find the other ones good, if not, then I'm happy with the 1 through 15. Next up, this 1 through 12 of Beck. It's a musician, like high school manga, but it was actually entertaining. I read the first volume, and I need to get back into it, but it's volumes 1 through 12, and that is complete in English. It does go on more in Japan. I don't know how much. Okay, next up is Evil's Return. This is definitely a manga that if I did ever do an unhaul, I would definitely unhaul this. It wasn't good. It was just really nothing original at all. It was just kind of like a ecchi. Yeah, it just wasn't good at all. I would definitely do an unhaul, but I did an unhaul before, and I just went out and bought all the volumes when I saw them out again. I don't know, I have a problem, but yeah, I didn't like it. The only redeeming thing in it is the guy was hot, so whatever. Next up is Brain Powered. I enjoyed it. It did introduce way too many characters all at once, but if it was longer, it'd be a lot better, but I enjoyed it for what it was. It's a mecha, but okay, next up, I do have the whole thing. I have volumes 1 through 15, and that omnibus is volumes 4 through 6, so it's just kind of janky. And I mean, it doesn't really bother me that much. It just bothers me on the shelf because I have to put the big omnibus like separate, so it limits where I put it, and I do kind of want to get just the single issues to make it more easier to sort on my shelf, but if not, oh well. Okay, moving down is Blackjack, and I have the first couple, and I do need to get into this series. This is extremely out of print. There's a lot missing, but I actually bought this for 2 YouTubers that I watch religiously, and I got it for them, and I knew that they were looking for certain volumes, but when I was in the bookstore, and I messaged both of them, and they got back to me as I was leaving, so I just went ahead and already got these just in case, and of course they already had all the volumes that I got, so because they have every single volume on demand. But anyways, so yeah, but I just decided to keep them and add it to my collection. Okay, next up, this is kind of like my historical, real life kind of section. Of course, this isn't historical real life, but this one right here, After School Charisma, is about clones of historical people, so that's why they get into here. It's really entertaining. It's a whole bunch of historical people that are cloned, but it's like their high school days. It's really dark, really entertaining. Definitely check it out. Yeah. Next up is Eagle. It's about the 2000 election. Haven't read it, just knew it was an interesting piece and wanted it. I don't know how much was published in English, but there's a lot more volumes than just 3. But it was one of those things that I saw, and I knew that if I didn't get it then, I would never get it. So yeah, I picked it up. Next up, I read this for a challenge, and never read omnibuses for challenges. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was just repetitive, but it's literally like him going and walking in this plant. So it's, of course, life is repetitive. You wake up, you go to work, you get to routine. So it was good. I did enjoy it. Next up, I do kind of want to get more of these. These are like, it teaches you about sake, it teaches you about Japanese culture. Then the beloved Vinland Saga. And yeah, I have 1, 2, and 4. I really do regret, I keep just putting off getting this. I don't know why. It's like only $15 for 3 volumes, and I know it's going to be a really good series. I just need to get volume 3. I keep taking it out of my cart to save money, because you know how that is online when you get your cart. You just kind of need to subtract it. So I just need to leave it in there and just read 1 through 4, or I just need to read 1 through 2, and but yeah, anyways, moving up. Okay, next up, this is my little, I know it's kind of awkward putting DVDs up here, but I'm out of space, so I thought I would just save some space. This is kind of like my Pokemon, and I've stuck my Digimon up here too. But yeah, I had the first season of Digimon. This is just my attempt to actually watch the first season. And the second season, because I jumped on the train in Tamers, the 3rd season, which that will always be my favorite. That's not a popular opinion, but I love Tamers. I do eventually want to get Tamers. There's a box set out there with the first 4 Digimon seasons, and I'm not sure if it's burnt or not, and I really want to get it, so I need to look more into that. And then just the 2 movies, and then the Pokemon, it's 4 movies. My favorite one is the Hero one, and then just another cheap movie that I found for like 3 something. And I do regret not getting, when I had the chance, it was each season for $10, but I wasn't really collecting back then. And then high up on my priority is the steelbook of the first 3 first 3 Pokemon movies. I do want to get that. Yeah, but keep moving along. And I'm also thinking about putting my Yu-Gi-Oh up here as well, just to save space when I get more, so I make more room on the space. I think I'm have my Yu-Gi-Oh, my Digimon, and my Pokemon, as a lot of people clump those together. I just think, it would save space until I can get more shelves. But anyways, okay, next up, I keep putting this, I keep forgetting about this series. That Manga Kid and Danny D recommended this in their videos, number 9, and I do really want to get it. It sounds right up my alley. I just found the first volume and volume 8 for cheap, so I picked it up because I knew I wanted it. And I just need to go to the store and get volume 2. Next up is Genshiken. I absolutely love Genshiken. I am missing some volumes. I'm so close though. To the first one, I am missing 4 and 9, and then I'll have them all. And I do need to get the anime of season 2. I know this is 2, but I don't know, it's kind of confusing. And then next is the second part, and I'm just going to slowly get this. I think this is still in print. I'm not sure if this is in print or not. I couldn't find it on Right Stuff, so that's why I didn't get it, but I need to look on Borders and see if Borders, wow, Barnes and Noble and see. Sorry guys, all this like going back in time, it's maybe, you know, Miss Borders, but anyways. Okay, so this is just kind of like my backlog. I got these for $5 each, and I heard good reviews about each of them. Okay, I'm going to kind of move faster. This is Devil's Line. I absolutely love Devil's Line. Missing 6 because I got in a bundle, and 10 just came out, so I'm looking forward to that. And I'm going to go back and just reread all of it once I get all 10 volumes. It's a really good vampire manga. This one haven't read yet, just got it for cheap. Got these two during that sale. And what's funny is that in one section of the store, these are $5 off, and then in another section they were full price. Doesn't make any sense to me, but that's why you gotta always look. This is on my back burner. Unfortunately, I absolutely love the anime. I'm just collecting too much. Found these for $5 each. I will get this eventually. I absolutely love Seven Deadly Sins. Okay, next up is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Yeah, I just need to continue. I was up to date. I had the first 7 volumes of this, so I was completely up to date. And then now I think with the 5th, 6th volume coming out, that's all that it covered in the single issue, so I do need to get back on this train, and yeah. Next up is Opus, One Shot. Next up is Delicious Dungeon. I cannot talk. Enough good things about this. I should do a review on this. I absolutely love this. I'm trying to keep up to date with this. The 4th volume came out. I just went crazy this month with a whole bunch of hauls was about to come, so I couldn't afford to buy it. Next up, Monster. I need to get the rest of this. I need to get the rest of Pluto before it goes out. I'm really looking forward to reading this, and I'm really looking forward to reading this. This is, I think, out of print, and I need to just grab it before it's even harder to find. Gone. It's about dinosaurs, or a dinosaur that literally interacts with forest creatures. It's really funny. Has no awards at all. It's just art, and I wish I grabbed some more of them when they were. That was another one I got at an auction, and they had the next 2 volumes, and I waited, and then when I went back to get them, they were gone. Okay, I just organized this because of the it looks nice. Like, I just stuck these here. This is complete and this is complete. But I don't know what would you classify, like what genre would you classify this as? I have no idea. 7 Seas confuses me. But anyways. Okay, next up. This is supposed to be my, complete, like 2 complete, like my ongoing, and then this right here is my out of print. This is, I really wish, I really wish I got this when it was coming out. It was just too long and stuff. But anyways, so, and I'm going to regret buying these single issues because I just kind of want to buy it in a whole lot. The early years is really hard to find. So there's 15 volumes and really expensive, and I really want to get to them. And then this is the entire series. I also have the Tokyo Pop, the first part of it, in the big box set. I keep it behind just because I'm out of space, but when I get more shelves, I will display that because I love the picture on it. I just put these here just because to save, just because I don't have any space. And Welcome to the Ballroom has really good art. Haven't gotten into this one yet. This was actually free because I got it with the Tsubasa lot. She just included it because I had to drive so long. I paid for all 28 volumes and the 2 character guides. I paid $50 and I drove like an hour and a half, but I kind of wanted to go on like a mini road trip anyways. So, she included that because she felt bad that I had to drive. So, yeah, next up is my Love Hina, all 14 volumes. I do enjoy the manga a little bit more than the anime. It's more funny to me. And then the 2 light novels. Okay, moving down is my Slayer shelf. I absolutely love the Slayers. Can't really say anything wrong about the Slayers. I do enjoy how it's like 90s style. released their first part. This is season 1 to 3, season 4 and 5. The light novels, which started out, and there was a lot more, but I'm happy to find these. I didn't even know that these were out in English. And then just some random volumes of manga. It's just kind of all mixed together. Next up is I want to say, my favorite anime series ever. I kind of doubled up, and I had this box set, and it got stolen, and I absolutely loved it. I would go to Best Buy and literally buy the volumes as they were coming out. You remember those days when they didn't have, like, when they had the first DVD and then the box, and then you would just fill in the box with DVDs, and I literally would die and just wait. This is before I had a job, so $20 was a lot, but I would definitely, I would count change. I would count change. But I had this box and it got stolen, and I actually threw like all the DVDs and it got stolen, and I threw the box away because I rebought the thin pack, and I saw this box. $30 for all the DVDs, so I just kind of rebought it. So I literally paid $30 for a box, but I really wanted it. And then I just stuck season 1, season 2, and the third season in one box to save room, and the other boxes are on a different shelf behind it. But yeah, I will not be able to put that back. Okay, next up is Full Metal Panic, the complete thing, 1 through 9. And then there's just this little overload, like manga. If I find it, I'll get it, but I'm really happy to have the manga. And then next is just a character guide. But yeah, and they all coming out with season 4, and I really hope it comes in English. Either way, I'm going to get it. And then there's movies coming out, so I don't know much about that, but I'm excited. I cannot get enough of Full Metal Panic. It just has everything. It has, your comedy, your mecha, your drama, your romance, just everything. And the characters are so lovable and entertaining, and just a great cast. Okay, next up is my attempt at a slice of life shelf. So I have orange, and then I left room for future right there, and then a silent voice, and always a Dio. So do want to get a bigger selection of slice of life, and I'll probably put Some Days Dreamers over here when I get more shelf room. Next up is my Tenchi. I put this in here because it's kind of like all janky, but I organized it by kind of like a timeline. But so there's an organization, but yeah, and so I put it over here because like the shelf's a little bit bigger, so they look a little bit bigger. It looks a little bit better if it's all janky. So I rebought this one 3 different times. So I had just the DVDs for this one, which actually came with, which is my waifu. Mahoshi is one of my favorite all-time, there we go, anime characters. And it came with a collector's coin in the DVDs for this, single DVDs for the first original OVA. And then I rebought it because I don't know what happened to it. It either got stolen or my parents or something. But anyways, then it came with this, and it came with Tenchi Universe, Tenchi in Tokyo, and the movie collection. And I found out it was burnt. So then I recently bought all of it. I just went crazy. Was completely broke, but I was like, I just need, if I'm not going to do it now, I'm never going to do it. So I just rebought all this, all kind of, well, from here to here, all at once. So I got the OVA that completes the OVA. It's a 14 episode, and they made it 10 years after, but it's a continuation. Tenchi Universe, which is my all-time favorite. This is the first anime I ever watched when I knew it was anime. Tenchi in Tokyo, the movie collection, which is 3 movies. I remember liking 2 of them, and one was kind of eh. Tenchi GPX, or GXP, Tenchi Warrior of Gemini, and the spin-off to a spin-off. So there's a younger princess in here, and they make like a magical girl, like a spin-off of her being a magical girl, and that's really out of print and hard to find. But then this is a spin-off to the magical girl one. So yeah, and then the Tenchi manga, just random volumes. And oh, so yeah, this is, how I said this was my first anime ever. Well, this was my first manga, not this one. My parents actually burnt the actual physical volume, but I was able to find the same volume again and bought it for sure. So okay, next up is Guardian Angel. I actually watched this in Japanese before it even came out in dubbed. So yeah, we were crazy about that in middle school. The art's really good, and I have all that's out in English. I don't have any. I think there's like 15 volumes of manga, but yeah. So next up is yeah, I used to have just like the anime down here that I didn't like, or didn't not like, but didn't like as much. But then I thought I was put the anime that I liked, some of the titles I liked enjoy the most. That way, there's so it just wouldn't look bad. Like it just wouldn't be a shelf of things I didn't enjoy that much. If that makes sense. Ghost in the Shell movie 1. Then the live action movie. Need to get 2. Standalone Complex, the complete first season. Tokyo Ghoul, which is my favorite. Season 1 and 2. Black Butler. The first and second season, and then the third season, which the third season was more than the first and second season, don't know why. The OVAs, the live action movie, and my goal is to complete the Soul Eater and the Black Butler manga this year. Then I have Soul Eater, and of course I want to get Soul Eater not. But yeah, I think I'm going to finish this video, just in case it cuts out on me again. But I hope you all enjoyed part 2. I'll make a short little video on part 3, and yeah. And that would be mostly my anime. So, hope you all enjoyed. Thanks for watching.